Hey there guys, how's it going? Thanks for checking out the video. This is some Black Ops 3 multiplayer beta gameplay, and in this one I'm mainly going to be showcasing to you some of the kill streaks that I managed to get, or is it even score streaks? I think it's score streaks that I managed to get here. They are two of the best ones in the game. I did get them in a care package, but they're well worth seeing because a little bit of a spoiler, but they are absolutely deadly. Towards the end of this game, I think there's only 4 people on the other team, but damn, do they absolutely demolish. Now, the score streaks, the high-end ones, are quite difficult to get in this game. They are very high points, but I think they've compensated for that by making them very, very strong. In some previous games, like I think Call of Duty Ghosts is a very good example. Some of the high-end streaks are very difficult to get still, but they're pretty useless. I think that has been rectified in this one. They just absolutely demolished the other team. Maybe because at the moment not too many people would shoot down air support and stuff like that. You tend to get that in the early days of a game, and obviously this is a beta as well. Not all of the launchers, not all of the perks are unlocked, but yeah, they are very, very strong. So also, let's talk about the gun that I'm using and the specialist character. I'm using Outrider. I think it's called Outrider. I'm confused at the moment. There's so many, there's so much new information with this game that is being inputted into my brain. And I'm using the Vision Pulse, which allows you to see through walls at a close distance for a few seconds. It is very, very strong, and I'm finding it very difficult to wean myself off of that. I tend to find that I'm preferring the abilities to the weapons. Let me know what you guys are doing, because with weapons, sometimes they're hit and miss, but normally with the abilities, they're always going to benefit you normally if you're just smart about when you use them. For instance, if you manage to get into a bit of an enemy spawn trap, or you're near the enemy, Vision Pulse is always going to do you good. Whereas if you use, say, an Annihilator pistol or even a War Machine, if you miss, it's a complete waste. So as long as you're kind of smart, the Vision Pulse is normally pretty good, and it will get you those few kills. And I prefer to use something that means it's just enhancing my gun skill rather than something like the War Machine, which I think is a bit cheap, to be honest. It's probably the cheapest one out of the lot that I've seen so far. And the Annihilator pistol is OP as well, but at least with that thing, they have to aim at you and they have to get you. The same with the crossbow as well, the compound bow or crossbow. I think it's a compound bow that this character uses as well. That's very, very cool, and I quite like that one, but I really cannot wean myself off of this. Another tip that I'm going to give to you guys that has been really, really helping me out is to always carry a black hat. Black hat is one of the pieces of tactical equipment that you can unlock a little bit later on in the unlock system. I think it's around the 20s or something like that, and that will allow you to hack a UAV very quickly, an enemy UAV that is, and turn it into your own. And in a game where at the moment Ghost isn't unlocked in this beta, so if a UAV goes up, you are going to be seen by the enemy. So it's really the only counter to that at the moment, and I found it really, really useful. I mean, not only is it strong if it just took down the enemy UAV, but it doesn't just take it down, it turns it into your team's UAV. So very, very useful. You can see I've actually got Black Hat equipped in this gameplay. I can't remember if I have to use it or not, but it's something that I always run. I find it more useful at the moment than running a concussion or even a frag grenade, because those things are cool, but they can be hit and miss. But the Black Hat is always going to be useful if there is a UAV in the air, which there normally is in this game, because pretty much everyone runs UAV. Then it is very, very useful, and it can even hack some of the other score streaks. It's a lot more difficult to hack the other ones, but it can do it. Also, another tip that I want to give to you guys who haven't reached max rank yet is to save your tokens a little bit, because in the beta at the moment they haven't given us enough tokens to unlock everything that we actually unlock through rank. So say we unlock a lot of the guns and things like that and perks, you can't actually unlock everything that you want to unlock. So be very careful with what you choose, because I got to the point where I've unlocked all of the submachine guns, but I haven't left enough spare to use the M8 assault rifle, which I would really love to use, and I haven't left enough to unlock one of the snipers and one of the LMGs. And also there's score streaks I haven't been able to unlock, there's other things, and I can't get any more tokens because I've hit the max rank at the moment, which is 28. So if you're playing this game and you think there's something that you want to be using that you haven't got yet, make sure to save a few tokens. Don't just waste them on, say, wild cards and stuff like that. Now, the perks I'm using a lot in this game are pretty set at the moment. When I'm using an assault rifle kind of class, in that 3rd tier perk, I'm using the Engineer. The Engineer is what allows you to see the UAVs on your radar. And it's also useful for other stuff. When other score streaks come up, you can see them, and especially if you're using Hacker, it's a great combination with Engineer, because you can see that UAV in the sky straight away. Boom, you can take it down, and then it's all good. However, Gung Ho is very strong in this game. I really like the way they've done it. I think it's much better than in Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare is kind of weird, Gung Ho, the way you would sprint and have the gun up, but in this game it's a little bit different, just allowing you to have your gun up while sprinting and shooting all at once. Looks really cool. If you guys want any more tips as well, I've got to say the movement in this game is a massive player. At first it kind of seems like the movement is just a little bit nerfed from Advanced Warfare and it's not really going to play into the game that much, but if you really look at it and you really analyse the maps well, you can see there's a lot more surfaces to run on than you'd think, and sometimes if you get into a bad situation, using these walls is going to be very useful. And not only can you double thrust jump, you can slide and face the other way while you slide. You can strafe boost jump as well, which is very useful. So really experiment, guys. The Call of Duty channel released a video showing some of the ways that you can use this thrust jump, and it's a lot more to it than just doing a double jump. So I highly recommend checking that out, because it will save you in some very difficult situations. And also, a lot of the time I see people double jumping and they use the full double jump, like they kind of waste time in the air. One thing that's cool about this game is you can stop doing the double jump at any point and just get over, say there's a small ledge around knee height. If you want to get over that, don't just do a massive double jump boost, just quickly double tap the jump button and you'll just get over it, and then you'll be up and ready to start shooting again. I'm really enjoying it. I think they've done a great job at making this game feel really fluid and fast with this movement without it feeling ridiculous like in Advanced Warfare, because for example you can't just boost strafe really quickly out of the way like you could in Advanced Warfare. You can't double jump at 1,000,000 miles an hour over someone's head. I mean, you can try jumping in the air, but you're not quite as accurate when you start the jump, and it's just not as good of a tactic. But the way they've done the movement still does allow for really fun wall running, really fun strafe jumping and sliding as well. That's another thing you can do really well. So if you come to a corner where you're not sure if the enemy are around there, it's often worth just sliding and then facing the other way, like in terms of facing your body the other way and then looking where they're going to be. And it's a really effective way I found of managing to go around corners sometimes. I'm using the Man of War assault rifle in this gameplay. At first I didn't really like it, but that was because I was playing on strict nat type and the game was extremely laggy. If any of you guys are playing on strict nat type, you absolutely have to try and get that nat type open, because it completely transformed the game for me from what was a bit of a laggy mess, very frustrating. I was getting killed by laggy players, and then I opened up my nat type and there you go. The game was smooth as silk and it just made it so much fun. Like, it increased the fun for me tenfold. At first I was like a bit unsure about the game. I could see it had potential, but then after I opened up my nap type and everything was really smooth, I absolutely started loving it. It was really cool, and I'm having a much more fun time. So that's something to note and is worth doing. So I'm sorry that my early footage was a bit laggy, guys. I didn't really realize that I could just open up my nap type just by resetting my internet, which is what I managed to do in the end. So this is the Man of War assault rifle, one of the better ones, and to be fair, the weapon balance does seem pretty good in this game. There is one submachine gun, I think it's the Vespa, which is extremely fast fire rate. I don't think many people are using it, and it is very strong, so you might want to try that one out if you get a chance. But the Man of War strongs, the Gator K is strong, and it's quite good. It's good first impressions, because at the moment I would quite happily take any gun in this game into a game and feel quite confident with it. As we know, in Advanced Warfare and some other games, that wasn't always the case. So anyway, guys, give me your impressions, what you're thinking of the game now we've had it for a couple of days. Tell me which specialist character you're using and whether you're using their weapon or whether you're using their ability. I really would be interested to know, and hopefully we can try and figure out what some of the best stuff is. Now, I will be doing gun guides. I get a lot of people ask me, are you doing gun guides for this? Will you be doing tips videos? And I absolutely will be, but it's a little bit difficult to do it at the moment. Obviously, this is a beta. It's very early days for a lot of the guns. They might change. It's very difficult for me to do testing because there's no private match, and I don't really like to do videos where I'm kind of guessing at things. I really like to know the actual facts and the science behind it, so I can show you guys the best stuff, and then later on, say if the video gets really popular, people aren't going to it and going, oh, well, the fire rate of this gun is actually blah-de-blah-de-blah, because this is YouTube and and no one ever looks at what time the video was uploaded, so that's just the way it is. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys. We're going to have a secret word at the end here. Obviously, the secret word is something that the best viewers always leave in the comment section. I absolutely love doing the secret word because there are actually so many of you that really do watch all the way to the end, and that really means a lot. I really appreciate it. Sometimes I do these videos and I think, you know, it says a decent amount of viewers, but when there's no comments as well, I feel like not many people are watching. It's a bit like Blair. But the special word today, or secret word should I say, is the word specialist. So obviously that's going to be very easy for you to put into your comment. Write the word specialist and I'll know that you are one of those guys that watches all the way to the end of the video. Huge props to you guys. Thanks again for checking it out, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Now you've got a chance to do so. You've got a few seconds here at the end to just smash that like button. See if we can get a few likes on these. And that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time.